Yeah, what's going on, people? It's your man, the White B. Once again, big shout out to my doggy. Collects Boxing for coming through and moosing up the coins. So, we got a bit of a neggy one for the great and washed masses right now regarding Ricky Hatton. Man, I don't know, listen. I spoke to some people close to the situation. Obviously, listen. In fact, first off, man, Rome must salute ye, Ricky Hatton. Yeah? And may you travel to Warriors Paradise, to pearly gates of Valhalla, respectfully. Bosh, your final journey, boss man. The Don Dada. Okay? Alright, now we've got that part of the way. We must salute Ricky. Let me read the police report. Let me read the report from the filth straight up, because I'm hearing one or two things from people close to the situation. All right, this is what the Greater Manchester Filth said. A spokesperson from the Greater Manchester Filth quotes the following: "Officers were called by a member of the public to attend Ricky Hatton's gaff at 6:45 a.m. on Sunday morning, where they found the body of a 46-year-old man. There are not currently believed to be any suspicious circumstances." Now, obviously, I've done a bit of digging. They haven't told us what it is. Yeah. I'm going to tell the truth right now. This is the bottom line. It's one of two things, obviously. He's got the Moody Chang. Yeah. The laced Fenty Chang. Right. A bit of that one. Bosh. The elephant tranquilizer. And you've just one of them. Moody packet from Dan Kinahan, allegedly. That's what it could be, right? It's called a spade here. I'm not trying to be too salacious, but that is, right? It could be one of them. The filth ain't going to come out and say, well, we found a packet of the Moody gear, are they? I'm not going to tell you that. Oh, yeah, we just found a packet. And besides, it will take time with an autopsy. But more likely, apparently, Ricky's struggled with the old SUI. He's struggled with the old SUI, apparently. And I mean, wouldn't they tell you then, though? Yeah, we found him and it's one of them. I don't know what's public and what's not. I thought a lot of them things are public, aren't they? Or is it the family's discretion? I don't know. Couldn't tell you. All we know is they ain't told us. Who knows? Obviously, those are the two options here. Yeah? And bear in mind they found him on Sunday morning. That's not a good sign in itself. Right? Because what do people do on the weekend? More time. I'm not trying to be salacious here, but let's call it a spade. What do people normally do on the weekend? They didn't find him on a Wednesday afternoon or Wednesday morning. It was a Sunday morning. So, there is a certain amount of evidence that leads us to believe that he got bang on a Moody packet and it went left. Yeah? They bashed it with some elephant tranquilizer and bosh. We hear about more so in the States, to be fair. But I'm sure it happens here as well. More so in the States. They get the Moody Pablo Escobar from Mexico that's been bashed with pharmaceuticals, high grade, elephant tranquilizer, Defenti. I've heard about school kids doing it. School kids or young university students. Do you know what I mean? They're serving up 2-2 line, and next thing you know, they've expired. Bacara Defenti. So, that's one possibility. Yeah? He's been caning the weekend. I don't know. It don't really matter either, does it? To be fair, well, I guess you can argue. At least he didn't have no pain. There'd be no pain with that one. Not ideal, obviously, but there's no pain there. He'd just be conked out and that'll be it. He'll be asleep somewhere. Right? Now, the other option is the SUI. Yeah? The rope fuel is what the new generation call it. Now, what I find odd is, we know that this is his video he put out. He put this out 3 days ago. Yeah? And if you followed this channel, we covered it. Ricky Hatton was supposed to be coming back to have another fight in Dubai. Right? And he was training for this fight. This is the video that came out, literally. He posted this on September 11th, which was Thursday afternoon. Yeah? Thursday afternoon he posted this video. Listen.
Ooh, another 5k, good sweat on.
So he said 5k, another 5k I've done, I've got a sweat on. So he's pumped. Right, he's just done 5k, he's pumped. And he put a message on the Instagram that said, evening run in the bag. Don't worry about that, our kid. So he seems quite, yeah, 5k run in the bag. Was that the only thing? Was the run the only thing in the bag though? Or was his nose in the moody bag? I don't know. That's what he said. He said, evening run is in the bag. This is on Thursday. Is it possible on Friday something else ended up in the bag? Yeah, his conch was in the bag of gear. I don't know. Either way, it's sad, right? If you've had a moody line and it's one of them, it's been bashed by some dusty Mexicano, yeah, that's not good, is it? Equally, it's quite, I don't know, I'm not a psychiatrist, but I think normally, yeah, if you're proper down bad, you don't even want to go for a run. Yeah? If you're rope fueling or suey fueling, you don't really want to go for a run. You're just hopeless and you're sitting there negging out, right? So normally people who are suffering with deep depression, I'd assume running for 5 kilometers and being like, get up my boy. He tweeted it here. Get up there, my boy. Yeah? Runs in the bag. Bosh. To some extent, I think I'm leaning more towards the substance issue. Yeah? He's buzzing. He's done a 5k run. It's Thursday afternoon. Come on, let's call a spade here. It's Thursday afternoon. You just finished a 5k run. Yeah? Bosh. It's fixing to be a Bosch weekend. Sponsored. Yeah? Weekend. Bosh. My nose is blocked myself, allegedly, man, so I can't even do the snorting sound, but he's like buzzing now. He's done his graft for the week. Come on, people. He's done his graft, and it's that time of the week, yeah? Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night. Could it be? Again, I tend not to. It's possible, right? He's done a run and then he's thought, I've had enough of this rubbish. I'm out of here. Get the rope out. Right? I don't know. Either way, obviously, it's sad either way, isn't it? But he was loaded. They do say this, though. Apparently, the coins don't. Look at this gaff here, look. Look at this gaff here, man. What are you sad about? And that's what I'm saying. It must be the moody packet. It must be the knockoff. That other cat, I'll tell you who got caught slipping with that. What was his name? Mac Miller. Mac Miller was some white Donny here from the States. He was a rapper. He got caught with the Moody Perkies, man. The Moody Oxys got him got. That's what happened with him. Mac Miller. Yeah? Here's another one. Mac Miller, yeah. Making music at the time. Big name, relatively, like a new age Eminem type cat, right? He was on a madness if you look into that case. He was calling brass round. And the brass actually brought the gear, the Moody gear round. He popped some of it and that was him. Perfect example of it. The Moody Fenty. Yeah? In the packet. Bosh. And that was him. For sure. Documented. So it can go down like that. 1 minute, you're hanging at the back of a brass. You got a cup of liquor in your hand. Yeah? You got the bits on her back. You got the bits on her titties. Liquor in, pop in. Take it. And next thing you know, mate, listen, ask Mac. He knows, right? Yeah? He knows. Mac Miller, he know all about that one there. Literally, documented. Mac Miller had just ordered a brass. Imagine that. What was it? Either way, he went out at the top, man. Is the truth. Mac Miller went out the best way to go out. If you're going to go out some way, it's probably with a pack of pills and a brass, right? Come on, man. If you're going to go out some way, I'll tell you how I don't want to go out. I don't want to go out riddled with terminal stage 5 wickedness, right? That's how I don't want to go out. If I had to choose now, call me a liar. Yeah? 2 choices. Terminal stage 5 riddled, hanging at your ass. Or some premium Californian, South American, yeah, Spanitoan, El Chapitoan, brass, and the packet. Now the packet was moody, but you don't know it's moody until too late, right? So I'm telling you, I'd rather go out, given the choice. I'm to some extent. I mean, again, if I had the choice to go out of a moody packet or a moody rope, I'll pick the packet. Because that's a sad way to go, on your own, roping. That's sad. This one's not ideal either, right? You're 46, you're leaving kids. But at least it's kind of like, you've expired via experimentation. Yeah, you took some risks. It's a bit like them cave diving dunnies, right? Them cave diving cats, they be doing a madness in there. Yeah, experimental. Oh, I popped an extra pill and it's one of them. I'm chilling with Mac Miller right now. In the land of brass, liquor and degeneracy. That's where come on, man. That's where Mac Miller at, man. That's how he went out. I'm not knocking him. Fair play to him. More power to him. But that is how he went out. Documented. Okay? That's where he's chilling at right now. And that's, if you look at ancient cultures, that's what they often idealised. Broads, substance, and gold. That's what they wanted. Gold, brass, and substances, man. They'd be doing that. What's that Aztec herb called? The toad, man. Don't play with me, man. This is 100%. This is coded into human nature. At the end of the day, there's a reason these stories from thousands of years ago resonate today. Okay, you could speak to a man 2,000 million years ago and he'd be talking to you about a brass, right? Let's call a spade a spade. Yeah, he ain't going to be talking to you about the weather. He's going to be saying, listen, man, there's some fire things, yeah. If you walk 100 meters that way and 10 yards that way, there's some fire things out there, for real, for real. That's what you're going to say, yeah. That's one thing that resonates throughout the timeline, is the Broads. Call me a liar. And no doubt they had the moody hooch. There's some reports that they had hooch back in Egyptian times. They found a way to get some hooch and that. And even apparently they was on the sniff, them mummies. I swear down. They found a way to extract the coca plant. I kid you not. I'm not even capping now. They was on the coca. Look into that. Egyptian coca mummies. They was on it. Don't play with me, man. Let me show you this right now. Yeah, because you think I'm playing. Oh, maybe you're just saying it to be edgy. What's it on here? Yeah. Egyptian mummies. Let's have a look quick here. Look. Oops. Here we go. Oops, busted. OAB, you be bugging. OAB, woo. This is University College London. Top college in the world, right? Top 50 college in the world. University in the world. Here we go, look. Coca mummies and the search for narcotics in historic collections. So imagine that. Listen, man. They had the proper, never mind this, listen, let's call it a spade. Imagine the type of thing they had back then. Pure. Yeah, 1 out of 1. Yeah, 1 out of 1. 1 of 1 type gear, man. You know them aliens came down, allegedly, and helped the Egyptians create the pyramids? What do you think they was packing? They had some intergalactic bits, man. Not this rubbish we got now, baby powder. You think I want to pay $80 for baby powder, man? Bring them aliens back down here right now. Yeah, plug the IB up with some proper things, man. I'm tired of getting bashed with. Look, listen. You hear that? That's the sound of baby powder, man. That's not how it went down. 4000 BC, you could be bang on it all weekend and your nose would be clear. Fact. And it would be clear because it weren't full of rubbish. Baby powder is listen, let me tell you about baby powder right now. Baby powder, it clogs, right? That's why you put it on wet babies, because it dries them out and you don't have to be abrasive with a towel. Oops. It clogs it up and it 100%. It's a drying agent. Okay? It's not a agent. So don't keep putting it in there, because you man are greedy and wicked. Yeah? I paid for X amount of volumage, weightage, and massage of I didn't ask for the baby powder, man. If I wanted baby powder, I'd ask for the man. Yeah, woo. I want an eighth of Johnson and Johnson's, please. Do you know what I mean? Come on, people. Anyway, that was my point. Listen, let's just hope he went out that way, because that is not a nice way to go out. The suey, the rope fueling. Rope fueling is not good. That's no good. And it does beg the question, like I was saying. It begs the question, these paradigms we live in. Look at Ricky Giardi. I don't know, maybe he was broke. That might be a reason why he'd be on it. Maybe that's why he's fighting again. Maybe he was going to lose this house, but I don't know. I assume not, though. He's been there for 50 million years, right? You'd think that mortgage has been paid off. My point is, look at this big gaff here. Most of us, yeah, would give our right arm I mean, there's women today who are doing a madness with their landlord, okay, for the rent money. So, imagine having to sleep with some old, dusty, boomer white man for your rent, man. Imagine having to do that. That is crazy, right? So there's enough people, women and men, who are doing a madness for the rent right now. Whether you're mopping floors like the YB, whether you're brassing yourself out to your boomer, to your boomer landlord, whatever you're doing, it's mad, right? Ricky, he had all the bread. Well, he definitely damn sure had more than most of us. And still, if it wasn't the fact he got unlucky like Mac Miller, but still, big house, and no doubt he's got people around him. You'd assume, well, he must have. He's Ricky Hatton, right? Are they fake interactions? I don't know his particular scenario. Could it just be genetic? Could it be just he's got all the money, but his wires are just twisted up? Could it be CTE? There's reports of NFL players. They take a lot of headshots. Pause. And some of them bug out, and their brains is being investigated. So it could be a multitude of factors here. It might not just be the fact he's loaded and miserable, but still. I mean, people, if I had a gaff like that, yeah. Come on. Yeah? What are you unhappy about, man? Maybe that's the problem, though. Imagine if you've got a gaff like that, yeah, and you can't help yourself with a packet. That's probably worse than being broke. Although, at least you don't have to sell your ass. I'm not sure many people would be buying Ricky's ass to buy anyway, even if it was on offer, right? But still, the point is, to some extent, it's worse being loaded and having a habit. Because if you're loaded, you can't help yourself. It's much harder to help yourself, right? When you've got expendable income to just put right up your nose. I don't know if that was the case or not, but it is. I'm hoping. Listen, I'm making a joke out of it. I'm hoping it was the Moody Chang, because the other one's quite dread. Listen, I've been there, not to that extent, obviously, because I'm still here, but I just wonder. Mine's always been about money. If I had cash, I'd just be relaxing. Yeah, Colombia, come on, Peru. That's what I'll be doing. You best believe it, for sure. Not so much Thailand. I'm not into dudes. Do you know what I mean? But it'd be one of them. No doubt about that. That's what it would be. It'd be one of them. What I've got the cash, man. I'm the passport. I'm the UK citizen. Passport daddy. Yeah? Daddy. 100%. That's what I'll be telling these tricks. When I'm in South America, I'll be telling them straight, hey man, come on, bro. You want this passport or not? What you got, man? You want to be living in poverty indefinitely, or are you trying to get on? That's what Danny D did, right? Look at him now. He on. Danny D on, man. He been brassing in South America. That's where Danny Dubois made his name. He didn't make it in boxing. Look, he can't fight. He can't box. So that's how he made his name on the streets. Danny Dubois' name is ringing. Yeah? He the new age colonizer in South America. He go there and make it do what it do with the bread. Do you know how many families Danny Dubois is supporting in South America, allegedly? Yeah? Enough families he's supporting through his recreational activities, some people say. He putting the streets on. Do you know how many children would be going hungry if Danny D weren't there? Patterning up their mothers. Come on, people. Come on. He put them on the map. That's what you do. And they ain't starving no more. Yeah? That's what they ain't doing. Not when Danny D... Listen, when Danny D's in town, Rio de Janeiro is a madness. Yeah, the city comes alive. Everyone's eating. Yeah? Any bird under 25 and her kids, her mutts that... You know what I mean? No one's there. They eating. Because Danny D in town. And he has a ravenous appetite. That's what you best believe. Anyway... We've been talking for a minute, to be fair. We have been talking for a minute, but listen. I want to get to one more bar here from Bunce. Steve Bunce. Steve Bunce came through. Apparently he'd got an inside pattern on this situ, and he said the following. In quotes, "It's an unbelievably shocking piece of news because he was in a really good place." And that is often how substances work. You can be in... Like, substances, they're double-edged sword. If you're down, you want to get on it. If you're up, you want to be up some more. You see that one there? Yeah? You'd think, oh, it's always when you're down. But sometimes when you're up, you think, yeah, let's celebrate. Yeah? I'm happy, so let's celebrate. Bosh. Dan, what are you saying? Yeah? Hey, Dan, you about? You see that one there? Yeah. Oh, can I check you, Dan? Bosh, Dan Kinahan, is that you, brother? Can I check you? Are you about? Bosh, then one's there. Yeah, because you're buzzing. If you're down, on the other hand, it works the same way. Oh, I'm down. I need to get up. So he might have been alright doing his boxing and whatnot. He might have probably felt good. Right? And that's when it got him. I don't know. Is there reports of people sounding happy before roping? I think there probably are. Reports of people kind of faking their happiness. I don't know Ricky from Adam. But he was quite stable, you assume, right? That's why I'm leaning more towards the Mac Miller. Because it's not like we heard these reports where he was messy like 10, 15 years ago. But there's been nothing since. Yeah? So I don't think it's suey. I don't know though. Who knows? And again, hopefully it's not. That's not a nice way to go on your own and that. You're better off going off, honestly, like I said. If you had to choose, you're better off going out hanging out the back of a brass. If honestly, I'm not even trying to be a joker, but call me a liar, what would you rather do? Be roping yourself off? Yeah? Or hanging at the back of a brass with some moody perky pills? You tell me, man. I'm just going to call a spade a spade. That's what I'd rather be doing. In fact, if you ask most men's way, if you had to pick an ideal way to go out, seriously, what would you want to do? Yeah? For sure. That's what I'll be doing. I think I've heard some stories of that. Some old geezer. Cane in the Cialis. Cane in the floppy dick pills, yeah? And 2-2s, he just conked out. I think he was 85 or something, but he conked out. Seriously. Mid-stroke, just conked out. So what can you do? It's one of them. Anyway, Bunce went on. So he said it's an unbelievably shocking piece of news because he was in a really good place. He's had some troubles. I mean, he's talked about his mental health problems. He's talked about his addictions. He's addressed them, faced them, and attacked them, and solved them. He was preparing for an exhibition fight. Like it is for so many fighters, the gym's being his salvation. And yes, what I'm saying, he's back in the flow of it. Why would you rope off? For if you've got to train in at that point. Before the fact, if you're down bad, it makes more sense. But you're in the run now. You're back on it. That's when, in my opinion, you're more likely to be stable. You've got your routine and you're working out and you've got something to do the next day. A lot of these celebrity cats, they ain't got nothing to do, so they're hanging around. What do? Bunch of cash and nothing to do. Look at Conor McSniff, right? Look exactly what he does. That's what most people end up doing in the end. You need some sort of purpose. And he seems to have just found that. At the very least. He's got a boxing school and whatnot. So he's had a few, that's what I'm saying. He's had a few things lined up. He's just got a fight booked. Now to rope? I don't know him now. Again, who knows his circumstance? Who knows? Sometimes, again, I don't know Ricky. But sometimes, even people who are visibly successful, sometimes, I don't know. I've seen cases where there's a rich geezer, he's got this big yard, yeah, but he's going to foreclose. You just don't know people's financial situation, and they can't psychologically deal with having to go from a massive gaff to a smaller one. It breaks them. Fact, documented. Yeah, and they rope themselves off. That's what they do. They think, I can't handle going back to a 7-bed detached house. I need a mansion. I need a muck mansion type shit. And they do. That's what happens. So he doesn't necessarily have to be absolute bottoms of the world, but relatively compared to where you were, if you feel like you fell off bad and you're going to be having to hang around all the old establishments you were at and you're coming back down now, you're having to shake everyone's hand and do your pied off when you was on the way up. I doubt it though. Who knows? Maybe we'll never know. Hopefully we'll never know. I crack jokes, yeah, but I'm not really bothered about it. Respect to him and his family, right? It's not really for us to sit here. Well, maybe look what you're doing, but I'm cracking a joke, man. Yeah, I'm cracking a joke, to tell the truth. What are you going to do? Come on. You've probably heard 20 bleak videos already, so we don't need to do more of that rubbish. Yeah. Okay, where was it? So Bunt said he'd solved his problem, but with addiction, you can never really solve it like that. Solved is a... Come on. You've solved it until the next time you're nose deep in a packet. That's the truth, right? He was preparing for an exhibition. Like like it is for so many fighters, the gym's been his salvation. He was getting his body and his head in a better place. Apparently, talking to people, he didn't show up on Friday at the gym. And he was meant to be at a fight last night. And he didn't show up. And someone went to his house this morning. It's shocking news. Oh, that's not good, is it? If you're supposed to be at the gym. Because if he was getting on it, he'd still go gym, wouldn't you? I don't know. It's sad either way, right? All jokes aside, it's sad either way. Whatever way you look at this, putting the jokes to one side, it is sad. What you can do. We've all got our time coming up, no doubt. Yeah, some sooner rather than later. Could it have been a heart attack? Because he was quite unhealthy. I know he's lost weight, but visible fat is different to visceral fat. Visceral fat's the fat that's in your arteries. And from what I understand, it's quite hard to get rid of that clogged. Yeah? Once your arteries are buggered, it's not as simple as just losing your visible fat. Unclogging your arteries is a different game. So who knows? Maybe, yeah. He's been dirty bulking 20 years. His veins are all clocked off. And then he started exercising. That extra pressure on his heart, bosh, he's keeled over. I don't know. Anyway, salute to Ricky. I hope he's enjoying. Hey, Ricky, man, I hope you lay off the packet up there, bro. Yeah, nothing lasts forever, brother. Yeah, so make sure you're not up there. Make sure you're not tearing the packet up there as well. Yeah, giving us all a bad name. Giving all the unwashed masses a bad name. And make sure you behave up there, Ricky, alright? Yeah, but now, salute to Ricky and his family. And I'll catch you, man, on the flip. Check my Patreon out. We got the Charlie Kirkenheim investigation. Okay, click this link right here and you'll put you straight on. No doubt about it. Yeah, you come on, bosh.